So this session we will see the variables, types of variables. So in every program there are certain rules to define a variable. So in a Java we have three types of variables: local, instance, and static. So in object-oriented program, the variable which is declared inside the class and which is a, we can say, is a data member of the class, it is known as an instance variable. And the variable which is declared inside the block functions or methods, and the variables that is declared only to calculate some local data, okay, those variables are known as the local variables. Static variables are the variables which is declared the inside the class but with a specific keyword static, and these variables are the is the class level entity which shares the single copy to all objects of the class. So these are some definitions, descriptions you can say. The variable which is declared inside the method is called local variable, and this method should be inside the class. Obviously in a Java you cannot write only method in a without a class, so that's why this is okay. Instance variable, the variable that is declared inside the class but outside the method, is called instance variable. It is not declared as a static. So instance variable is a non-static variables, and these are the data members. Static variable, these are the class level variable, class level entity, and it is declared with the static. It should not be local. You cannot make it local. If you make it local, it is not treated as a static variable. Okay, it is treated again as a local variable because there is no use to declare a local variable as a static. So don't do this. So this is an example where we are dealing with instance variable, static variable, and the local variable. So number one, number two integer variables are declared inside the class. Look here, it is a private, it is a private. This is a non-static, this is a static. Okay, so the variable which is declared inside the class is a instance variable. This is a static variable which is with the declared with the keyword static. But here you just check in a constructor. So number one is assigned to the 0 and number 2 plus plus. So here I am incrementing number 2 plus plus. Here I am assigning number 1 equal to 0. In a Java, the value of the default variables, that means whatever the default values are assigned to the respective data type, that are assigned when you create an object, and if it is a data member. Okay, so number 1 is equal to 0, number 2 plus plus equal to 0. What is the initial value of number 2? So it is a 0 because it is declared as an integer, and integer is your which is a class level entity. It is not a local entity. Here if you declare integer temp equal to 1000, if you are not assigning the value to temp variable, and if you're trying to print here temp, it gives you error because local variable will not initialize by the your compiler at the time of compilation. Your instance variables are assigned, your static also assign some default, assign the default values. So here we will see a demo on this, so we will clear about all these things. Suppose I declare here the variable demo. Suppose I declare given a class name as variable day. Yes, yes, okay. Suppose now I declared, so integer number 1, okay, and integer number 2, okay, and suppose I declared this is with a private. This is also I declared with a private. Okay, so I just create a constructor for this class. So it's like this: private is a parameterless constructor, and here I am assigning some value to this is equal to 0, and for a number 2 I am making as a plus plus. Now I create another method is like a display. Sorry, I make it as a public, otherwise I cannot create a object. Now display here, I declare another variable is a temp, and here I am trying to print the output for the variables. Number one, this is what? This is instance variable. This is static variable. And what is this third one? Local variable. This one is number 2, temp. This is temp, right? And this is what? Number 2. So we are printing the value for these variables inside the method, and this method is inside the class, it is not outside the class. You can just check it, right? Yes. Okay. Now how to create an object for the above class, right? So now I have two classes. Look at, first is var demo, and inside this data members are declared and methods are declared, and here class is closed, and here another class is my testing class, and here your main method is available, and now you have to create object of the above class. Okay, so what is the class name? Var demo. So var demo, this is your class name. You declare a variable for the object. Suppose I declare obj is new var demo. Here the parameterless constructor gets called, and parameterless constructor is available here, and this instruction gets executed. Number 1 is assigned to 0, number 2 is plus plus, initial value of number 2 is a 0, and here I am trying to call the method that is a display. Okay, and I just try to compile it. This variable I have not initialized. Now check the error. So Java C, this is my test. So now I compile this. Now check the error. The variable temp might not have been initialized. That means without initializing the local variable you cannot print the value, but without initializing the instance variable you can print the value. So you can check it. Suppose I make a comment for this, and if only I assign a value to this 100, save it. It is compiled. Now check it. It's number 1 0, number 2 0, and temp is 100. So instance variable no need to initialize because constructor is there to initialize those variables. Static variables are by default assigned to the value to its default values with respect to its data type, but local variable you have to initialize it and then you have to use in the program, otherwise compiler will give you the error. Now I remove this comment and now just check the output of the program. Now look the output. This is 0, this is 1, this is 100. So you will say, sir, you incremented, that's why it is 1, right? So basically the difference between the instance variable and static variable I want to show you. So suppose this is my object 1, this is object 1. I create another object of the same class. Okay, and now first check the output for this, so we'll get the things. Already, oh sorry, typing mistake. Object 2, okay, so it is compiled successfully. I will execute now. Now check the output, same thing, 0 100 0 100, but here we are not getting a difference between static and instance variable. So I will do one thing. Sorry, this is not declared as static. Okay, I will now declare as static. Static. Now check the output, same program, compile it and test it. Now check the number 1 is still 0, here is 1, here temp is local variable is 0, this is 0, now it is a 2. Now static variable, what is the previous value of the static variable? Is a 1, and it is incremented by 1, is now it's a 2, and now it's 100 for the local variable. But still we are not getting a proper difference between the instance variable and local variable, because in the instructions we are incrementing a number 2. That's why you are saying this is the only for number 2. No, this is for only for number 1 is only for assigned to 0. No, this is not the case. Suppose that I do now like this, number 1 plus plus and number 2 plus plus. Now check the output. Okay, so here again I give it slash. Now check the output properly. Now what is the output as per your opinion? Just guess it and now check it. Look, instance variable is now 1. Static variable initially for object 1 is 1, because it is initially 0 and incremented by 1, it's 1. Now local variable is 100. Now for second object, instance variable number 1 is 1. Static variable number 2 value is now 2. So that is the difference. Look, number 2. Here for object 1 it is a 1, for object 2 it is a 2. Number 1 value for object 1 it is a 1, for object 2 it is also 1. So static basically it shares a single copy to all objects. So object 1 and object 2 are sharing the single copy for number 2. So it is the same copy. And what is the previous value of number 2 is 1, and that's why when you execute the code, here the previous value gets incremented. This is not happening for number 1, because number 1 is a non-static. Number 2 is a static. So number 1 is a separate copy available for object 1 and object 2. But for object 1 and object 2, number 2 copy is a same copy, it is a shared copy. Okay, so that is the difference between your static and non-static variables, and these variables must be inside the class, not inside the methods like this. Okay, this is local variable, this is local. Okay, this is static, and this is your instance. Why it is called as an instance? Because when you create an object of this obj1, so size of obj1 is size of all non-static data members inside the class, sum of size of all non-static data members inside the class. So non-static data member is only one. So size of object is a 4 byte. Okay, this is not counted in a your program. Suppose I now remove this, and if I run the program again, now it is not a static. Now again it is becomes a instance. Now I save this program. Now tell me what is the output. I clear the screen. Again I compile the code. Now tell me the output. Just guess it and now check it. Now look at it's 1 100 1 100 separate copies available. Yes, this is for object 1, this is for object 2. Separate copy for number 1 number 2 is available. Separate copy for number 1 number 2 is available. Individual copies are available. Now number 2 and number 2 from object 1 and object 1 and object 2 is not shared copies. It is a separate individual copies because it is now data member. Now what is the size of object of size of this obj1 for var demo is of 8 byte because 4 plus 4, two integer variables are there, 4 plus 4, and size of obj2 again it's a 4 plus 4, yes, 8 byte. And if you go with the static, then in that case static variables are not assigned inside the instance space, that means in object. So these variables are not assigned in your object, it is separately allocated, and that's why it is shared. So in that case size of the this class is only for non-static variables, not for static, only 4 byte. For object 2 same thing, object 2 again 4 byte, because for object 2 how many non-static variables are available? Only one, that is this one, number 1, and it is a 4 byte. Okay, so are you getting what I am saying? It is a little bit confusing, but you just try with this example, this plus 1 plus plus assigning 0 etc. So you will get the things. Okay, any doubt on this? Yes. Now the access specifiers. Now exactly now we start the structure of Java, class structure of Java. How we define the class, variables, public, private, protected, and the default. Okay, so in a C++, we use these keywords private, public, and protected, and these access specifiers are used to restrict the, or you can bind the scope of the variables and functions, methods, right, using private, public, and protected. So the private variables and methods are not accessible outside the class, public are accessible outside the class, yes, protected are only accessible directly inside the adjacent class in inheritance. So you know this, right? So in a Java another access specifier is given. It is a default scope. Basically it is this keyword is not used to mention the access specifier, but if any access specifier is not given in front of the variable and in front of the method of a Java in a Java of a class, then in that case it treated as a default. So default access specifier is useful within a same package. Means if your class are available in a same package, in a same directory, in a same folder, in that case default access specifier is sufficient. If you want to access your class and functions from one class into another class, and both classes are available in a different packages, in that case only public will help you. Okay, so difference between public and default: public is most wider access specifier, default is less than the public, and then the protected, and then the private. Okay, now we'll go in this example, same that is previous example. So here look at for class I have not given any access specifier like this. I have not given, right? So what is access specifier for this class? Now in that case it is a default. Now it is a default scope. Okay, here I am declaring this variable as a private, this variable as a private. So private variables you cannot access outside this class, right? You can access these number1 and number2 inside this class, so this class, right? But outside the class you cannot access because private is restricted only to this class, right? Now this is declared as a public and this is a constructor, and if you just check it here another class I declared here. In a main method I am trying to create an object of this var demo obj1 is equal to var demo. Here constructor gets call, right? So constructor gets call means this instruction is available into another class, but both classes are available in a same file, you can say in the same scope, in a same package. And that's why this class is not a public. Then also you can create an object of this class and you can call a constructor. You can call a constructor means at a compile time the constructor gets call, but here the constructor declared as a public. Okay, so public you can access outside the class, right? So object gets created again. Look at object 1 is equal to display. Now for display function there is no any access specifier. So how it is accessed? It is not a private also, because here there is no any keyword like a private, there is no keyword like a public, there is no keyword like a protected. But what is the access specifier for a display? Now here access specifier for a display is a default, and default access specifier, default scope is accessible inside the same package anywhere. Outside the same package it is not accessible. Okay, so what is package, and in detail about the package we will see again at the time of package package unit topic. So there again we go through that public, private, protected, but till just remember it. So this is a default, this is a public. Suppose I remove this. Now what is access specifier for this constructor? Yes, what is access specifier for this constructor? Is a default. So can we create an object of this class again here? Yes, we can create it. Why? Because this class and my above class is available in a same package. Okay, so default access specifier is available, or you can use the variables inside the same package. Methods you can access in the same package. Only private you cannot access outside the package. Now just look here, I execute this code without the access specifier for the constructor, so it will work, right? You check the output, same, it will work, right? Now suppose I remove this private. So what is access specifier for number 1 and number 2 now? It is again default. So it is a default, that means number 1 and number 2 can I access outside the class in this test my class? You can access it. Why? Because now it is not a private, it is now default. So default you can access inside the package. So here can I access it? Yes, I can access it. So here suppose I directly go like this, system.out.println. so how to access it? Definitely with the object, because this is inside the class, right? obj1 dot number 1, right? And here number 1 value for the object 1. So can I access like this? Yes, you can access it. So just check it. Yes, it works, right? So I look at number 1 value for object is 1. So why it is accessible? Because I declared as a with the default scope. If I try to make it private, now check it. Now it gives me error. Now compile again. Look at number 1 has a private access in a var demo. You cannot access it. Okay. So that is the difference between the private, public, and the default. Protected we will see at the time of inheritance. So protected you can access to the adjacent class directly. So that is helpful at the time of inheritance. So only remember it, private you cannot access outside the class. Public you can access outside the class, outside the package. Default you can access outside the class, outside the, sorry, inside the same package. Okay, default you cannot access outside the package. Okay, so that is the summarized thing related to the public, private and protected.